Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Football Hypes, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a list of must-sign bargains in Soccer Manager 2023. But before we get straight into the video, make sure you smash a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and do not forget to turn that notification bell on to never miss one of my videos. Otherwise, let's get straight into the video. So I've put a list together of about 11 players in multiple positions that are 100% worth signing. The best part is they're cheap with great attributes and they would be a great addition to any squad. So let's take a look at the first player on the list. So the first player we have on the list is Juan Pablo Vargas. The Costa Rican plays for Millonarios in the Colombian Primera Division. His preferred role is a stopper. He's a right-footed centre-back. He's got a valuation of about 3 million. And he's absolutely huge. He's 1.93 meters tall. I mean, that's the size of most goalkeepers. But imagine this dude in the opposition box. He'd be towering over defenders. But that's besides the point. Now, taking a look at Vargas's attributes, he's got good ball control. So he's a confident centre-back on the ball, which is a great attribute. He's aggressive, so he's not, scared to take on attackers. And he's also got good concentration. So he's well aware of what's going on around him. And, he's fully concentrated throughout the match, which is also a crucial attribute to have. So now we're going to take a look at Vargas's contract. So he's got about 2 years remaining on his contract, and he's on about 9.5k per week, which is not much. I mean, I suppose he'll probably be earning a little more if he signs for a bigger club. But I would say that this guy's definitely worth signing. I mean, he's got a valuation of 3 million. So you'd probably be paying anywhere between 4 to 6 million for his signature. And he's 1.93 meters tall. I mean, he'd be matching the height of most goalkeepers. Just imagine him in the opposition box. He'd be an absolute freak. And therefore, I think he is 100% a must sign. Moving on to the second player on the list, and that is Martin Luciano. Now, Luciano plays for Newell's Old Boys in the Argentinian Primera Division. He plays as a left back, and his preferred role is a wing back. And the best part is he's only 18 years old. Now, taking a look at Luciano's attributes, considering that he's only 18, there's still loads of time for his attributes to develop. But two of his best attributes is his stamina and his work rate. So he always puts in 100% every game, which is a very solid attribute to have. But the best part is that he has a potential of 87. And it gets even better. If we take a look at his contract, he's only got about 12 months remaining on his contract, which means we can sign him on a bargain fee. Considering his value of 4.25 million, you'd probably be paying anywhere between 3 to 4 million pounds for his signature, which is an absolute steal. Now, taking a look at the third player on the list, and that is Mateus Doria. Now, Doria plays for Santos Laguna in the Mexican Liga MX. He plays as a left-footed centre-back. His preferred role is a stopper, and he's 27 years old. And if we take a look at Doria's attributes, his attributes seem to be exceptionally balanced, which is always a good thing to have. But the two attributes that stand out the most here for me is his aggression and his concentration. Just like Vargas, he's not scared to make a tackle, not scared to take on attackers, and he's also well aware of what's going on around him and is fully focused throughout the match, and that's always a very important attribute to have. Also, not to mention, he still has the potential to develop to a rating of about 80. And again, Doria is another player with less than 12 months left on his contract, and considering his value of 8.25 million, you could probably sign him on a bargain fee of anywhere between 6 to maybe 7.5 million. And considering his rating of 77, he'd easily slot into the starting 11 of some of the best teams in the world. So I would definitely say that Doria is 100% worth signing. So going down the list and moving on to the fourth player that we have on the list, and that is Alexander Pihaljonok. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Probably not, but anyway, we tried. He can play as a central midfielder, defensive midfielder, and as a attacking midfielder. So he's pretty versatile in the middle of the park. He's 25 years old. His preferred role is a box-to-box midfielder, and he is right-footed. So right off the bat, we can pretty much see that he's almost fully developed, considering that he's got a maximum potential of 76. He's also got good crossing. He'd be great on the end of corners. He'd also be crucial outside the opposition box. He's got good ball control. He's got good stamina and work rate, so he puts in 100% every game. And he's also got good aggression, so he's not scared to make a tackle and win the ball back in the middle of the park. And those 5 attributes is exactly what you want in a midfielder. Okay, moving on to Pihaljonok. Moving on to Pihelionok's contract. Now, Pihelionok has about 5 years remaining on his contract, which is not great. So you'll pay more than what his value is. But at the same time, Pihelionok has some great attributes and he'd be a great addition to any team, I reckon. And he would definitely offer something different in that midfield. And therefore, I think he's 100% worth signing. On we move to the 5th player on the list, and that is Hugo Vetlesen. The Norwegian plays for FK Bodø Glimt in the Norwegian Eliteserien. I think that's how you pronounce the league's name. He's a right-footed midfielder who can play as a central midfielder, attacking midfielder, and on both wings, so he's pretty versatile. His preferred role is a playmaker, and he's only 22 years old. Now, unfortunately, Vetlesen has reached his peak, but he's got some pretty solid balanced attributes. He's also great on free kicks and has some flair, and I think every midfield needs flair, and that's what Vetlesen has to offer. So moving on to Vetlesen's contract. He is on a 5-year contract and is earning roughly 13.5k per week, which is not too bad. And considering his valuation of 5.25 million and rating of 73, you'd most likely be paying 7 million upwards for his signature, which again is not too bad. Like I said, he's got a good flair attribute and he'd be a great addition to any midfield, and he's 100% a bargain and a must sign. Moving on to the 6th player on the list, and that is Derlis Gonzalez. Now, the Paraguayan plays for Club Olimpia in the Paraguayan division. He's a right-footed attacking midfielder who can also play on both wings. He's 27 years old and his preferred role is a deep-lying forward. Now, Gonzalez has some of the best attributes I've seen for an attacking midfielder. He's got good positioning, great creativity. He'd work really well in a attacking, adventurous sort of system. He's pacey and he's got good work rate, so you'd find that he'd put in 100% every game. So if we take a look at his contract, he has about 4 years remaining on his contract and he's on about 21k per week. And I did a scout report on him, considering that we can't manage in the Paraguayan division. And his expected transfer amount is anywhere between 9.5 to 11.5 million. Now, he's got a rating of 76 and he's got some unbelievable attributes, and I think he'd be a great addition to any team's attack, which makes him 100% worth signing in my opinion. I think we're on the 7th player on the list, another Paraguayan, Antonio Sanabria. Now, he plays as a right-footed striker for Torino. His preferred role is a target man and he's only 26 years old. Now, this guy has some unbelievable attributes. He's got great positioning, great finishing, great dribbling, and great control. And I think those are 5 key attributes you want in a striker 100%. Also, not to mention, he's great in the air, he's strong, and he works hard. You know what that reminds me of? You know what that 100% reminds me of? That reminds me of Erling Haaland. That reminds me of Erling Haaland. He's also aggressive, so he's not scared to take chances, to pressure defenders, and he's also composed, so he knows where to draw the line. So let's take a look at Sanabria's contract. He has about 12 months remaining on his contract and he's on about 38k per week. Now, he's a 79 rated striker with a valuation of 12 million. So if you're lucky, you'll be paying anywhere between 8 to 10 million for his signature. And you cannot tell me that that is not a bargain. Now we've reached the 8th player on the list, Ivo Gribic. The Croatian plays as a backup goalkeeper for Atletico Madrid in La Liga. So the Croatian has relatively balanced attributes, but his best attribute is his aggression, so he's not scared to take risks. And he also has room to develop as his maximum potential is 77. And Gribic has about 4 years remaining on his contract and he's earning roughly 16.5k per week. He has a rating of 72, and considering that he's a backup goalkeeper for Atletico Madrid, you could easily sign him anywhere between 6 to 7 million, which again, I mean, that's a bargain, man. Moving on to the 9th player on the list, and that is Kirill Despodov. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Probably not, probably butchered it. But he plays for Ludogorets, and Ludogorets play in the Pava Liga, which is the Bulgarian league. He's a right-footed right winger who can also play on the left wing as well as in that attacking midfield position. His preferred role is a wide forward and he's 25 years old. I mean, Despodov does have relatively balanced attributes for a winger. Although he is good on free kicks, he has great composure and he also has good flair. I mean, you don't often find too many wingers with flair nowadays. Now, taking a look at Despodov's contract, he does have 2 years remaining on his contract and he's earning 20.5k per week. Now, I've had to scout Despodov because we can't manage Ludogorets, we can't manage in the Bulgarian division. He does have a potential anywhere between 76 to 79, so there is still some room for him to develop. And his expected transfer amount is anywhere between 11 to 13 million. He's got a valuation of 8 million. And I mean, considering he's got a rating of 76, that is unbelievable. That truly is a bargain right there. Moving on to the second last player we have on the list, and that is Fabio Cardoso. Now, the Portuguese plays for FC Porto in the Primeira Liga in Portugal. He's a right-footed centre-back, he's 28 years old, and his preferred role is a stopper. Cardoso's physical and mental attributes are unbelievable. He's got great aerial ability, he'd be great on the end of corners, he'd be great for defending crosses into the box. He's strong, aggressive, and fully concentrated. He's not scared to make a tackle, he's not scared to face attackers one-on-one, and he's also fully concentrated throughout 90 minutes. And I think those attributes are exceptionally important in a centre-back, and he ticks all those boxes. And also, not to mention, he does have a potential anywhere between 73 to 77. Now, the Portuguese defender has 3 years remaining on his contract and is earning 17.5k per week. And considering he has a rating of 73 and a valuation of 4.25 million, you're probably paying anywhere from 6 million upwards. And I think that's a bargain in my opinion, because he's got some unbelievable attributes and would be a great addition to any squad. Moving on to the last player on the list, number 11, Carlos Acevedo. The 25-year-old plays as a goalkeeper for Santos Laguna. Well, we have another goalkeeper and another player for Santos Laguna. The 25-year-old Mexican has some great attributes, his weakest attributes being his distribution and his aggression, which is 67 rated, and that's not bad at all. I mean, 67 rated is not bad. Although his positioning is pretty good, he's a pacey goalkeeper and he remains fully concentrated throughout 90 minutes. Now, Acevedo has 2 years remaining on his contract and he's earning roughly 27.5k per week. He has a rating of 77, he's more or less at his peak. Considering his valuation of 9.75 million, 2 years left on his contract, you're most likely paying 12 million upwards for his signature. But again, that truly is an unbelievable bargain. And those are 11 must-sign bargains in Soccer Manager 2023. Those players are versatile, affordable, and will improve any squad, and I 100% recommend signing them all. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, go ahead, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and do not forget to turn that notification bell on to never miss one of my videos. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.